Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's time for
Books to Back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Books to Back. Hey, guys, it's been a long time since I did one of these segments, and I do apologize. I have been sleeping on the or falling asleep at the wheel. I haven't been on the ball, but there's been a couple projects that I have missed that I haven't done episodes on. But if they're still open, if they're still Indiegogo does this wonderful thing where they're called in demand. If they're in demand, I will be doing episodes on them. I am trying to get everything back on par. And again, I do apologize for my delays. I will get better with this, and I will start making more and more of these episodes. For those of you who are unfamiliar with, I am also doing episodes of Comic Book Insiders. It's basically a show about mainstream comics, whereas this is about the independent publishing movement. I am involved with mainstream comics, not in the production value or anything like that, but I do read mainstream comics. I have recently gotten back into them, and I really am starting to enjoy some of them. There are some things that I understand why some of the guys in the independent market are talking about that they don't enjoy, and then other ones I'm just like, okay, well, that is life. We don't always get what we want. Everybody's going to have, some people, unfortunately, we're artists. We like to incorporate our political agendas into our stories and our artwork. And, it's our way of telling our story or telling a piece of ourselves. And some of us have got to be willing to sit there and listen. Not a good world for that these days. But we'll try and make it better. At least I will. I hope you guys will join me as well. But anyway, so never fear, here we go. We're going to go on to this wonderful episode. Hello! Hey guys, check that out, huh? What do you think? 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 The Final Boss. Yeah, Tyler Kirkman's Final Boss graphic novel. This looks pretty cool. Looks pretty interesting. This is when video games and comic books collide. You get Final Boss, the ultimate fighting game graphic novel experience. I used to like these video games. These Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I loved them when I was younger. I used to play those games at the video arcades all the time. And then when they came out on video game with PlayStation and PlayStation 2, that was the big thing. I started getting away from that after PlayStation 2. I did have a Wii and also the Xbox 360. Yes, we did have that. Well, we had it for my. That was later on, years later, when I had my children started getting into that stuff, and I would join them in the fun of it. But not all that much, not as much as because I had to pay for it, so I was working a lot to pay for those games and those consoles. Because they're not cheap. $400 is not cheap. It's not a cheap toy, and that's video consoles pretty much a toy. So anyway, that's branching off on going a little off on the sidetrack here. Oh, and I almost forgot to do something. This is completely my fault. Let me click on this. Oh. We're going to copy that. See, I'm already out of practice. I should be ashamed of myself, should I not? I have the wrong link address in there. I have it from a previous campaign. There we go. Voila! It's in there. It's in there. There we go. Fixed. Anyway, that is the link to Final Boss. Now there is only 12 days left on this episode, and on this on this thing again. Apologize. I am behind the times. Yes, but there's 12 days left on this. I will be posting this tonight. That buzzer you heard was the dryer. Do apologize. I just recently got home from work and I put my clothes through a dryer, kill any insects or any bugs or any bacteria or anything that might be following me home from work. But I was let me know, hey, my stuff is dry. Anyway, or my stuff is not dry. My stuff has been sterilized. Anyway, let's see. We got Final Boss. Tyler Kirkman's Final Boss: When Video Games and Comic Books Collide. He's got some pretty interesting characters. New David Finch holofoil lithogram included the deluxe box set. Ooh, David Finch is doing a piece of artwork for this. Nice. You cannot go wrong with David Finch artwork. Look at this. It's pretty sharp looking stuff there, man. Pretty sharp looking book. It looks like a very interesting book. Final Boss, a 90s action movie and video game inspired nod to classic over-the-top adventure story with dynamic characters woven around a core story of a family history layered in secrets leading back to World War II and the discovery of an ancient temple in the South Pacific. Woo! And I have to admit, the artwork looks really good to me. I love the way they did this. I got to figure out how these guys do this. I know there's a way of doing this in Clip Studio Paint where you can make your characters dance and stuff like that. And I got to figure out how to do that because I like that. That's some really cool stuff. I think there's also a software you can use that does it. But anyway, I'm not going to go into reading the whole thing because we'll watch the video for that. But so you can pledge $150. You get a Final Boss #1 cover bundle. There's all the covers for $150. But as I said, the artwork looks really cool. Pledge $250 gets you the Final Boss Deluxe box set. Hey, I wonder what's in the box set, huh? Final Boss #1 covers A through F with remark sketches on blank covers F and included box exclusive cover E Jimbo cover. Okay. Look at that. It's a nice little Final Boss t-shirt there. Some trading cards. Set of 6, 2 sides. Card with statistics and mini bios. As I said, the artwork in the books looks really, really cool. I would go with that. And they got the covers. Well, they got the $250 the box deluxe set. But if you just want one with one book, it's $25. And that's for the Tyler Kirkman cover. For the Otley cover is $25. They have the Brett Booth cover for $25. They have the Boss Logic exclusive limited for $50. Wow. Blank cover with a sketch. So they'll do a sketch on it for $100. Then you got the cover bundle set, which is $150. Then you have the art page proof, signed for $200. The retailer's bundle for $350. How much? What do you get with the retailer's bundle? I'm assuming you get a crap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I was a retailer, I'd want to know how many books. 20 copies. Duh. Get 20 copies. 20 copies for $350. Let me do the math on that. Seems pretty expensive. Divided by 20. $17.50 a book. Be a lot of pages in that book. Because if I was a buyer, I wouldn't buy a book, a regular comic book for $17.50. Yeah. Is that 350 divided by 20? Yeah, $17.50 a book. It's gotta be one heck of a book. It's gotta be a graphic novel sized book. Oh, it is. This book is 58-page comic book with over 40 pages of story plus added content like characters bios. That makes sense. Now that makes sense. $17.50 for that. I get it. Okay. Cool. Read the whole thing, Thomas. Read the whole thing, right? Let's see. Then you got the Boss Logic CGC and 9.8. Oh, so they got a CGC cover. CGC gonna be down for CGCs. For those of you who are collectors like me, not a bad idea to have a CGC cover. It'll be worth some money later on down the road, hopefully. That's for $400, by the way. Then you have the retail exclusive cover for $1,000. Get drawn into the books for $1,500. That's gone. And original cover reward, that's also gone for $2,000. But this book this definitely doing very well. If you can, because they're currently sitting at 47,000. They are at 940% of their fixed goal, and they've got 12 days later, 12 days left on this thing. So it's definitely going. This book is definitely going. So if you want to guarantee get in on something that you know where you want the book, you know, this would be it. And I very much doubt that David Finch would be involved in a project where somebody wouldn't put out the product. And they got David Finch cover. That I wouldn't blame him, and I would ask you not to blame him as well if something does go wrong. You are backing an artist's dream, so there is no guarantees. But a lot of the stuff that I have been, the campaigns that I've been involved in, the rewards have always come through. I think there's only a couple out there or one that never came through. It's now been 4 years, so I don't think it's 5 years. Actually, I don't think it'll ever come through. He keeps making excuses. But the others, they're still working on the book, and they're showing bits and pieces of the book, those that have not fulfilled. I mean, this is your career. They make or break it. If you don't fulfill, you're not going to be able to put another campaign out there because people are going to know you for not fulfilling on what you promised. So, it'd be a one and done deal if you do that. I think a lot of people know that. So, anyway, let's go ahead and watch this video. What do you say? Because I'm already 13 minutes into this.
When video games and comic books collide, you get Final Boss, the ultimate fighting game graphic novel experience. Forced to compete in underground fighting leagues to make a living, disgraced former special operative Tommy Brazen discovered he has inherited supernatural powers. Following in the footsteps of his grandfather, who told war stories of discovering an ancient temple on a remote island sanctuary devoted to a forgotten deity, a demigod that possesses the power to grant supernatural gifts to the warriors who can best him in battle. Tommy sets out to trace the origin of his newfound powers. He discovers fighting not only triggers more intense reactions, but he gains power and levels up with each victory. He also finds a fist to the face can solve a lot of problems. Now, Tommy must earn his way to the island by competing in fight after fight, so he can find out if the stories are true and who really is the final boss.
doesn't look too bad. I've watched the video once before, but I kind of enjoyed it. But anyway, before we get going, I want to remind you guys to do this.
Hey everybody, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button, and if you could, like and share the video.
It's very important. Very, very important. Please like and share the video. Get the word out. We are trying to push, or I am trying to push this independent publisher's agenda. So please, 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 please get the word out. This is me doing. I am not receiving any money from anybody for this, so I am not like part of their campaign. I'm just letting people know what is out there and where you can get this. As I said, the link is scrolling right below this. You can see the link right there, and I will obviously put a link in the description as well. Speaking of which, we got one more thing I want you guys to check out real quick. That's right, folks. We have Force One Studios merchandise featuring material created by moi. That's right, moi, Tom Lilly. Original art, all done by me. Logo design, typeface designs, all that stuff is wonderful little stuff that's been put on there is from moi. So or from me. Anyway, if you could do me a great favor, and please, I will put the link in the description below as well for the that merchandise. Help me keep the lights on, feed my family and myself. Although I probably could lose a little weight, I could cut back and go on a diet, but we all like to eat, right? And I like to pay the bills, and I am trying to build this Force One Studios franchise to as big as I possibly can and try to maybe be able to make a living off of it so I don't have to have a day job. So anyway, please go ahead and take a look. If you also go to my Force One Studios website, which is also listed below, you can also contact me via email. Email me at contacts@Force One Studios for some original artwork. If you would like me to do some original artwork, I am doing commissions. I always love doing artwork for people, so you can contact me for that as well. Anyway, it is getting late, folks. It's getting very, very late, and at least it's late for me. I will obviously do more videos and try to put more videos out. And you also can check me out. The links in the description below, also to my other channels, Comic Book Insiders, and also if you would like to see me doing my original artwork, doing the artwork that I'm talking about, you can go to Lilly Sketchpad Lilly Sketchpad by Force One Studios. So there, this as books to back by Force One Studios. I have Comic Book Insiders by Force One Studios, and then Lilly Sketchpad by Force One Studios, all on their own channels, all their own material, or all their own content. So feel free to check them out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, be sure to hit that notification button so that you will know when a new video pops up or when I might be doing some live streams soon, and you'll be able to know when I'm live so you can come and join me and have a wonderful chat. All right, folks, time to go. I'm trying to keep away that buzzer.
Hey everybody, just want to thank you today for joining me on
Books to Back.
Also, Don't forget to go to Kickstarter and Indiegogo to support the independent publishing movement. Also, you can support these phenomenal artists and creators by purchasing merchandise and artwork from the following locations: